Good morning. Happy Thursday. Let me adjust my phone while that signal goes out. There we go. I will wait for you. It's Thursday, October something. 2020, I know that much. Talking about illusions today. Illusion. What we think we see. What we think we know. But maybe we're not right at all, are we? Good morning, Angel. I'm back. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. I see a couple more. Hi, Annie. Good morning. How are you guys? It's early. I actually made it almost on time today. I've got to get done and get out of here. I got some things to do, so I thought I'd pop on time. We're going to do our meditation, have a little bit of quiet time. Just be at peace. We're being in stillness together today. I am very tired. It's been a very long 2 days, so good morning. Hi, Angel. Hi, Christina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tina. Thank you guys for joining me. How is everyone this morning? How is Thursday treating you? How's the world? Let me see. Where am I today? So tired I don't know where I am today. But it's okay. I'll catch up again. It's 2 very long days of driving. But yesterday was a beautiful day in Gettysburg with Carol Ann. So thankful for friends reminding me that there are people in the world where we can just completely take off our cloaks and be completely at home with. So even though some people, it's like the first time we meet them, how many times can you say that you met someone and you knew them the second you looked in their eyes? Like, that's the truth. It's this soul family stuff. You look in their eyes and they're like, I know you. So we hung out for quite a while. Blessed. Very good, Angel. We hung out for quite a while walking around, and I didn't spend the time looking in her eyes. And then finally, after lunch, I looked at her and I'm like, oh wait, there you are. There you are. I was very comfortable with her, but as soon as I took the time to look in her eyes, I said, okay, I know you. I've always known you. Isn't that incredible when we are in the company of someone that we've met for the first time and yet we know exactly who they are? So we can see the truth in each other more than we can see the truth in our own selves. So I'm talking all about illusion today. I'm talking about that seeing, maybe looking in the mirror and seeing the truth of who you are more often. Yeah, angel like me, exactly. We know, you too. We know when we meet soul family, don't we? There's something different about that person. It's not, we're surrounded by people all the time from the time we're born, and oftentimes we thought that close connection was supposed to be with our blood family, but it's not necessarily with our blood family. We have blood family members that we feel completely at odds with, that we know we're not at home with that person. And then we go and we meet a total stranger and we look at them, what we thought was a stranger or someone that we've never actually met face to face before. And we look at them, we're like, oh, okay, I know you. It's so incredible to me. It's so incredible. It's something that I talk more and more about today at 4 is that connections is the creation to connections again, the second show. I'm going to see if I can drum up someone that wants to talk with me today. If not, it'll just be me blobbering again, talking and talking. We're going to continue to talk about the importance of creating soul connections, of reconnecting. It's not even a creation. It's finding those people, because you came here for a purpose, and those are the people. Each one of us are here to help each other to figure out who we are, what we're supposed to be doing, help each other along our paths. What do you think about this idea? We all talk about having spirit guides, and we have all these words for everything. Well, what if spirit guides can come to us in physical form through these friendships, these soul connections that we have? We're like, wow, why do I know you? Because you came here to help me to do what I came here to do, to remind me of the truth of who I am. That's what we're doing in real life here, in physical form, coming into each other's lives to say, hey, you're okay. This is rough, but you're going to get through this, and you came here for a purpose, and please look higher. Please don't get so wrapped up in all of the physicality of life anymore, like we always have. Please rise above it, because when we rise above those things, that's when we begin to see that they aren't really as important as we always thought. These things that we're just so worried about, We got to pay our bills. We got to do this. We got to go to college. We got to, all these things that have always been so important to us are suddenly beginning to fade. And things like Christmas, like the holidays. I love the holidays. I love when the lights start going up. I love to see them. They're still my inner child. And yet, I noticed a couple of years ago, it was like, well, Christmas doesn't feel so frantic or so like, what's a word for it? It used to be Christmas was like, oh my gosh, get crazy. Everybody go out shopping. Everybody, when Black Friday comes around, everybody's got to run to the mall. Everybody's got to do all these things and go through all these steps to make sure that we all have this beautiful Christmas. And now I noticed a couple of years ago, it wasn't that I dislike Christmas. I love Christmas, but I feel that energy of Christmas every day. So there's no like, oh, I've only got a short time. I've only got the month of December to really love those people around me. It's like, no, now it's every day. I find that love, that inner spark. Something just lifted. Ooh, that was good. That inner spark within me. It's all the time. It's every day. Whenever I look for it, it's like, oh, here you are. I don't have to wait till Christmas to love people. I don't have to wait till Christmas to give beautiful gifts to those that I love. I don't have to wait till Christmas to reach out and say, hey, I miss you. I'd like to spend time with you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, what if we're just coming to that place where we're being reminded that every day is Christmas, that every day is special, that we don't know that we're even going to be here on December 25th. So why don't we just treat today like Christmas? Why don't we love one another the way that we do once a year? At Christmas time, when the whole world just seems to settle down and find peace. Can we just do that every day? I'm really into that today. So that's one of the illusions too. Think about it. Our lives are so full of illusions, and they've been so full of illusions forever, for many, many, many lifetimes. We've been living through these illusions, this illusion of life, of stepping out into the world every day and going, okay, this is who I'm supposed to be. This is who society chooses for us to be. This is what we're supposed to do so that, people won't look upon us and frown. They'll be like, they're a productive part of society. They get an A+. Some of us are horrible perfectionists. And yet, no matter how hard we try to fit into society, we were never meant to do that. I am never going to fit into society. I'm coming to terms with that. I stood in my shower this morning and I said, I forgive you, Diana. I forgive you for all of the times that you feel like you've fallen short, for all of the times that you feel like you failed. I forgive you. And I want you to know that you did the best that you could with what you had to work with. And I say that about other people all the time. I say that to other people that I love. I can say that I can forgive people that have really hurt me and say, I know that you did the best that you could with what you had to work with at that time. And yet for me to receive that kind of forgiveness for myself, I can be so hard on me. And I know that you guys are probably the same way. So it's releasing these illusions of perfectionism, of trying to fit in, of trying to keep up with the Joneses. I need a better car. I need a bigger house. I need a better wardrobe. I need cool shoes. I need a big purse that has a fancy label on it. I need all these things so that when I walk out into the world, everybody goes, oh, look at that. She's really got her act together. What if it has nothing to do with that? What if it's all energy? That's how it was given to me this morning. It's always in the shower. I told you guys, it's always in the shower that I start to finally clarify things that have been these downloads that have been coming through to me. And let me see if I can put it into words for you. It's this illusion. I suddenly had this sense of there's so much that I want to do. I want to travel. I don't want Jim to go take a job. I want him to travel with me. We do really well. I want to be out meeting people, soul family members, pulling us together, creating stronger connections every day. I want to stand in front of a whole crowd of people and tell them how beautiful they are, how fantastic they are, how much value they have just for being themselves, for exactly the way that they were created. I want to do that. I've wanted to do it for a long time. Sitting here in front of this phone, in front of the computer, teaching is beautiful work, and it's not fulfilling enough. I want to be able to reach out and touch. I want to be in the same space. I'm tired of COVID. I'm tired of the illusion of illness. It's an illusion, guys. It truly is. Yes, people check out. People decide that this is gonna be their exit point. I know. And it's difficult. Loss is so difficult. Trust me, I've been there. But death is an illusion. Illness is an illusion. All of these things that hold us back, scarcity, time, it's all illusion. There's a big magic trick going on for all of us. It's like this curtain that hides the Wizard of Oz all over again. She doesn't see that little man standing behind the curtain because she hears, this big and powerful Oz. We're seeing these big and powerful, scary things like COVID, and we're like, oh my gosh. And if you looked behind the curtain, you go, oh wait, only 1% of all of the people that ever get it actually die from that. 99% have a survival rate. Wait a minute. What am I so afraid of? And if I do get it and I do die, well, that's okay because that's my exit point. I planned it that way. That's the truth. We're so afraid of these things that we can't control. And the truth is that we already have a plan for all of it. So I'm all about the illusions today. Isn't it? I could go down this rabbit hole for a long time. I don't have a lot of time. I got to go take home Mr. Jim back to his farm, so I don't have a lot of time. But I wanted to stop in this morning because I've missed you guys for a couple of days, and I apologize. I thought maybe I could try to check in. The first day I was actually driving. We drove for 12 hours that day. Second day, no brain. No brain. And we got to go see Carol. It's that live meeting of somebody. I was excited to do that. So, Christina, so much of this year have been about connections for me. Exactly. It's the universe has given this to us, truly. At the beginning, it seemed overwhelming in my life of loss of connections. That seemed to outnumber connections even outside of the pandemic. Let me see. There they are. I'm funny. Even outside of the pandemic measures, but since then I have been so blessed with new connections, and the travel bug had bitten me before this virus and has only grown stronger, but now with more purpose. Yay. Amen. Exactly. The travel bug has always been there. I just needed to do it. I traveled a lot in 2019. Ireland, England. I went all the way across the United States. And so many times, and yet I wasn't fully connecting with the truth of who I was. And so I didn't make the connections. I didn't feel the value of these soul connections when I was doing all that. And now I do. And now it's like, okay, I'm ready. Come on, universe, create the means. Because this is what I choose to do. I choose to put myself out there. I choose to step out of the fear. With caution, I'll be smart about it, but I choose. I choose to go meet people. I choose to say, oh, that person, I really need to see that person. I really need to spend time with these people who are soul connections. It's important to us to feel those connections, to feel that solid base under our feet, to know that we're not on this planet all by ourselves. And of course, social networking and having the internet is great, but it's those soul connections that I long for. Being with those people in physical form is totally different than being here with you. I want us to be in the same space. So that's my goal at this point. That's my goal, to create that really, really fully. I figured it out this morning in the shower. It was like, yeah. So where I was going with that originally was the way the universe was giving it to me this morning, or my angels, my guides. It was you're so worried about whether or not you can afford to do something, and the truth is that you step into it, and then we provide the means. We provide the way. So maybe it's letting go of holding on to all these things that I don't need, and all this, and just saying, you know what, I got to do this. I got to do this. So we'll see where it goes. I'm happy every time I get to meet someone. We actually started this 2 years ago with Kabam. Come be alive with me. And that's what I choose still. Come be alive with me. We're still on the planet. We're still here in physical form. Let's enjoy it. Whether we travel to one another, or whether we get out there and we just say, you know what, I'm just not going to be afraid anymore. No more fear. I'm just going to get out there and enjoy this every moment of this lifetime, because it's gone like that. And we spend so much time living in fear and living in worry and all of that stuff that we miss it. I'm missing so much in my little world of worry. Good morning, Luz. Namaste. I love that. Yeah, me too. I want to do that. Yes. We're going to have a big, I was seeing that last night. I saw it about 3 or 4 years ago too, a big wagon train where everybody's got their camper and we just go out and we're going to spread, we're just going to be that traveling circus of love. Traveling circus of love. Ooh, people might take that wrong. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way. I want it to be like I have. It's reverent. I'm like, what am I doing with it? I get on here and I preach at you guys every day. What if I take it on the road? What if I do it right? I don't try to manipulate. I don't try to force feed. I don't try to make people follow me out of fear. I do it with love. And we go and we share it all over the world. What about that? I think that's why we're gathering. I really do. I feel like that's why these connections are coming together. Because then we start to come together physically. COVID goes away. We start to remember our own divinity, our own never-ending life. And we get out in the world and we just really love each other. We get out there and we just give each other a hug and say, you know what, we're in this together. We're going to be okay. So that's where I am today. Where are you? Sorry, I'm a little dry this morning. Annie, so many friends. Luz, good morning. Angel, cello, she's saying hello to you. So I'm a little early. I think I'm missing a few people because I got everybody all messed up and I started getting on at 10 instead of 9:30, and today I got on at 9:35. I'm sorry. I can be a little bit, what's the word? Disorganized? No. Come up with a good word. Inconsistent? Yeah, inconsistent is the good word. Magical mystery tour like the Beatles. Yeah, how can we, help me, keep brainstorming, how can we make it our own? Because I've always wanted a bus that looked like either a van or a bus, two different ways. I want to mix it up like the Scooby-Doo van. What is that, Mystery Mobile or something like that? Or the Partridge Family. And just have all these cool beds in there and just like everybody just pile in. We're going across the country. And just pile onto the bus. I think I want the long bus. I want to make it so that it's really cozy and like you can just climb in there and find your place and just, gosh, I traveled for 2 days and just had to sit up all the time. How I would love to say, okay, it's somebody else's turn to drive. I'm going to go back and lay down and take a nap. So I could do that. I could live with that. Let's create it. Magical mystery tour. We have to make it our own. Mystical. Magical mystical tour. It's got to have mystical in it. There's a little tiny squirrel. I mean, it's like a baby squirrel hopping around up there. It's distracting me. A little bitty one. Good energy just entered the building. Somebody's liking this idea, Angel. Somebody's liking this idea. We just go in our little buses. We stop at a campground where there's a nice big fire pit, and we have a fire pit. We sit around and we talk around the fire. We just have fireside chats. Hi, Janet. Good morning. What do you think? I think there would be nothing like it, this total fellowship as we go on the road. Just meeting people and saying, hey, you're not alone. You are loved. That's all it's about. It's just sitting around being in each other's space without trying to be anything, but just be. Just be. Come be with me. Maybe that's what I need to change it to. Not come be alive with me. Just come be with me. Yeah, I just got the yes on that. Come be with me. Just be. I am. I am. I am. I am. So as I was wondering how to make all of this happen physically, it was like the message came through to me. This is the important part. I know I've been working my way to it for a while. Don't let me get distracted. This is the important part. Big RV with fire pit. Yes, let's do it. It was, you're stepping in. You are creating energetically. Right now, as we're sitting here talking, we are creating a dream. We're creating something that can very possibly become physical reality just through the energy that we put forth. Hi, Melanie Garner. Good morning. We're talking about getting a big wagon train together. The mystery Now, what did we decide? The mystical, magical tour. Something like that. Where we just tour around and we meet people and we have a campfire. We sit around the campfire. No fears. No fears. I am not going to live in fear anymore. I can't. I can't continue to live in this fear. Everybody, it's so fear-based. This whole virus thing, it's so fear-based. I just can't handle it anymore. I gotta step out of the fear. I just want to see people. I want to hug them. I want to sit around a fire and just tell stories and laugh and remember the truth of who we are. Maybe go into a channeling session where we actually remember the connections that we've had in past lives so that we can really like connect on a deeper level. Like, I know you. What is he doing out there? I know you. I've always known you. Remember when you were this and I was this? Remember when, can you imagine that conversation where you're just sitting there and you go, oh, I remember when you were, I don't know, something. Can you imagine? I know I have people in my life that I know. I know Jim was a trader. I saw him as a trader in a shop well back, and I saw myself as a Native American woman that was in love with him. You know, like we have these lifetimes together that they all wrap around and around and around each other. So we all get together, we sit around a campfire, and we start remembering who we were and who we are. How cool would that be? Wow, it sounds fun. It's getting better. Drum circles. Yeah, Cheryl. Does this sound like fun? I am going to work to manifest this somehow. I'm going to make it happen. I really believe it's meant. And when it's meant to happen, all we got to do is say yes. Yes. Yes, I accept this mission. I accept this mission. Might seem like Mission Impossible, but it can happen. I believe in miracles. I believe that we are creators. That even when I get into my lowest point, there's a little spark inside of me that says, no, you're more than that. You're more than that. Hang with us. Stick around. You're more than that. Don't think so small. Don't think so small. Be the creator that you are. Create this miraculous bus tour where we all go out and we work with energy healing. And we go to the people that need the healing. And we reach out and we touch them and they're like, I'm better. Can you imagine living in a world like that? That's what I long for. That's what I long for. No more of this just sitting around arguing with one another and finding, humanity always looking for what's different. You're different than me. And the truth is that the truth that comes from that, you can see this manly man person who's like, oh, that person's different from me, and they'll be all hateful, racial slurs and things. And the truth is that listen to this, all of that separation comes from fear. It's all fear-based. From the time we were little children, we were taught that somebody was different than us, that somebody might take our toys, that somebody might hurt us. We were taught it. Between the age of 0 and 9, probably, we were taught that they were different, and because they're different, that's something to fear. And when you're sitting there with a 55-year-old man, or however old, and they weigh 250 pounds, and they're standing there spewing out racial slurs, they're actually afraid. They're actually operating on fear from that little child inside of them that says they are different. I must be afraid. So I'm going to be hateful because that is a secondary, that is a part of fear. So what do we do? How can we teach? Can we get in a tour bus and we start teaching love? Just love one another. Pull the energy from love. It dispels all fear. I have to do it all the time too. When I get afraid, I have to turn to love again. I have to refocus. Come on, little ego, refocus over here. We love. No, that's fear. We love. Move back over there. I want drum circles too. I love drums. Yesterday when we were sitting at the restaurant in Gettysburg with Carol Ann Allen. I can only say either Carol Ann or Carol Allen, but my mouth will not go Carol Ann Allen. I won't do it. When we were sitting there in Gettysburg, all of a sudden I went, what's that? Carol Ann knows me well enough in our support groups on Friday. oftentimes we'll talk about getting happy, and sometimes we'll play music. And the first song that I always play is Uptown Funk, because it just makes me want to dance like a crazy person. We're sitting there and everything's getting kind of quiet. The two of them are talking, and I'm like, what's that? Uptown Funk came on. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And she was doing it too. We didn't do it loudly. We didn't do it crazy, but both of us were like, there we go. Let's dance. I love being around Soul Family. Truly. Gypsy Caravan. I've been a gypsy in a past life. I am sure of it. It's in my breeding somewhere, probably on the Allison side, on my father's side. He could never settle down and stay anywhere for very long. He always had to be on the move. And I have that gypsy in me that is like, okay, I'm happy here for a while. Oh, now I got to go see something new. I just want to see some sights. You guys, I'm going to tell you, man, you drive up north through Pennsylvania, through Maryland, through Virginia, all of that. By the time we got to Pennsylvania and we were on the Susquehanna River, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like the most gorgeous colors. I have never seen a fall like this before. And you had the blue of the water, and then these, and the sun was setting, so it was the golden light on these leaves, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to drive? I just need to stop. If only I could take pictures with my eyeballs, I would be in great shape. It was so breathtakingly beautiful. And yesterday in Gettysburg, even though it's almost the end of October, 70s, sun was shining. It was so perfect. The weather was like a special order just for us. Birds were singing. There was a hawk circling overhead. And a couple of times I stopped in a space and I was like, just stop and listen. The birds are singing. They're the most beautiful songs. Hi, Marika. And there was even a mockingbird in one of the bushes singing. I like stopped. I'm like, okay, what kind of bird is that? This is making another song. Now it's making another song. Because mockingbirds are so cool. It was hiding in this bush with all these berries, and it was just singing everything that was in its little repertoire of noises that it had learned. And it was just magical. Magical day yesterday. We need these more magical days. Angel, my mom's nickname for me. Pa? When? It's where I am. Where I am. I love that. Let me see. Angel, you are really... Cheryl, yes. Let's do it, guys. Who's going on tour? Janet. We'll start it. We'll get it started. And eventually, Carol and I were talking about yesterday going to Scotland in 2022. We've talked about it before with Sharon Boyle. 2022. 8/8/2022. Somehow, some miraculous way, I would love to take a whole bunch of us over to Scotland together, to be in the sacred sites together. Imagine that. The energy of that. Now I want you to go into that. We're going to go into a meditation, but I want you to go into that. Imagine how incredible it would be if all of us in this soul family, and it's a growing soul family all the time, if all of us in this beautiful soul family were able to go to the sacred sites in Ireland, Scotland, England. I went to Ireland. I didn't get to go to Scotland. Ireland was amazing. So many sacred sites. The Hill of Tara, definitely. I can imagine all of us going to the Hill of Tara. There is a spot at the Hill of Tara where I walked. I was drawn to it physically, just pulled. And I sat down on the ground and I was like, oh my gosh, the energy there was so powerful. All I could do was just be there and just like, I couldn't talk. I was like, this is amazing. And I want us all to go. So I want you to hold that energy, that dream of being able to go. Who lived in Scotland? Marika. I lived in Scotland till last month. We create meat there. Is that what you said? We can meet there. All right. That's what happens when I have my glasses on. We create meat. Yes, I would love to meet there. Gypsy was my mom's name for nickname for you, Angel. Yeah, I've been called a gypsy a few times too. I think a lot of it is living life when we've had many lifetimes. We hold on to things a lot more lightly. We realize that this is all temporary. Yeah, I got a lot of little goodies. I got a lot of little pretties. But you know what? None of it is as important to me as going out into the world and enjoying time with people that I love. None of those things. I can walk away from all of them. I don't think that there is really anything that I have. I might like to pick it up and say, oh, this is sweet, but then I would give it away. Whatever. Because even though they seem important for a while, and if it's a gift that somebody gave me, I hold it and I really, really enjoy it. If I had to lose it, I've lost everything so many times. I just think it's easier to not hold on too tightly, to be willing to step away from it, to be willing to gift it to someone, to be willing to just let go. Because the most important thing to me is having the experience of joy and being out there in the world. So I'm still holding on to that dream. 8/8/2020, 2022, 2022. I really want us to gather someplace special. If it turns out to be someplace here, then it's someplace here. We have sacred sites here too. These mountains are 200 million years old. So let's go ahead. It's almost 10 o'clock. I got to get going. So let's do a quick meditation and then we can get on with our day. I'm glad that you guys have joined me. So you get your feet on the floor. Relax yourself. Get easy. I see somebody else has just popped in. We're going to go ahead and have a quiet meditation. You can catch up on all this chatter later if you like. We're going to go to someplace magical, all of us together. I want you all to gather, your higher selves to gather with me for a few minutes. And let's go to someplace magical, someplace sacred, where you can lay down all of your... Wow, and wait a minute, I got a magical cup of tea. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
That was even better than going someplace magical. It magically appeared. Hold on. Good tea. Good man. So, let's go ahead. Take a big breath. Pulling in all this beautiful energy. We're calling in, and I already feel them, so we don't even have to call, but I do it. We're calling in the angels. All of you have beautiful angels around you. You have spirit guides. You have loved ones that hang close. The veil is just... Don't even worry about the veil anymore. All you got to do is reach up. They're right there. Reach your hand above your head for a second. You're missing someone, right? Reach right there. They're right above you. They're right there. So when you raise your vibration, when you meditate like this, you're raising your vibration to come up and meet them right there. You don't have to go flying off into the sky somewhere. All you got to do is get it up to here. Here I am. Here I am. Now I'm there with you. They're that close, always. They're never any further away than your arms can stretch. So, because that's how far you push them away with your disbelief. So, omit. I can never say that. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but good morning. So let's all gather. Let's see ourselves at a sacred site. We're going to have to go to a place that I've been. So I'm going to go to Ireland. I want to see us at a sacred site there. We're going to go to... We'll all be at the Hill of Tara as I remember it. So you got your feet grounded. The energy of the angels is protecting you. You're completely safe. And if you would so desire, if you would like, you may envision yourself joining me in this beautiful sacred circle. There's big, huge, ancient rocks and a giant circle around us. And there's a tall, kind of pointy one right in the center. And I want you to imagine yourself, we're all going to circle that huge... It's a very sacred spot. Take a big breath. Imagine your higher self joining me there, making a circle around this space. I feel you guys. Thank you for joining me. We're into the evening. The sun is beginning to set. It's it's placing golden light across your face. Can you feel it? That warmth on your cheeks? The air is just a little cool, but it's been a nice dry day for a change, and so it feels good. It feels good to be here. We're feeling the energy of the earth. Our feet are bare so that we can have our feet directly on this beautiful earth. And as we're standing there, we feel this ancient energy coming up through the feet. And instead of going down to clear our chakras today, we're going to do it the Kundalini way. We're going to allow that energy, the earth energy, to come back up. So we're asking for Source to cleanse, to clean. We're asking for healing angels, Raphael, the energy of Jesus, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, angels of the violet fire. We're going to bring them all in. Ancient energy of the ancestors. I'm feeling Native American energy right now, which is one of my favorite. I have a lot of Native American energy around me always, so I love when they enter the building. This ancient wisdom. So feel that beautiful energy as it lifts. It's coming up through your feet, through your legs. It hits your spine. And as it hits your spine, it wakes up this ancient part of you, this divine feminine, this beautiful. Some people see it as these snakes that kind of curve around each other. I know you've seen that symbol before. That's a part of you. Each one of us actually has that within us. So we're awakening that ancient healer, magician, mystic that's inside of you. Take a big breath. Feel that ancient energy right at the base of your spine. And I want you, as you breathe, I want you to see that energy hitting each one of your chakras. And as it does, it's lighting it up and it's getting it spinning. And as they spin, they throw off anything, any cords, any attachments, any blocks of energy that you've placed there from the time you were little, any disbeliefs, anything that's not true, anything that you've been told that's completely false. We're just laying it all down today. So feel that energy come right on up through, laying down, releasing the energy of fear. Let go of any energies related to fear today. It can be anger, it can be jealousy, hurt, hate. Coming up, I feel it hitting. Came through the root, and then the second chakra coming up into the third, the solar plexus. Very quickly. You're all very nice and clear. It's moving very quickly. You're doing great work. Releasing, just let go. Envision yourself just releasing. And as you're sitting here, go ahead and sit on that ancient earth there in that beautiful sacred site. Sit right down and feel that earth energy coming right up through your body. Isn't that beautiful? It fills every cell. It's better than Christmas. You're being gifted right now. Healing energy, clearing energy, strengthening, reminding you of the truth of who you are. It's your own divinity. And into the heart. And to the throat chakra. Clearing, just continue to pull it up solidly through the throat. Pull it up. Some of you have some heavy energy around the throat. It's okay. Just release that. You can speak your truth. We don't have to hide anymore. No more hiding. Let yourself shine. Let yourself be. Just be with me for a few minutes. Coming up into the third eye. Clearing any disease, anything that's lower vibrational that's holding us back. We're clearing it all away. You can lay down on the ancient earth if you'd like. You can stand up, spread your wings and fly. Whatever you'd like to do. It's your time to be at peace. Feeling lots of beautiful energy. I hope that you're feeling that too. It's just clearing us right away, taking away all that heaviness, all that fear, letting it go. Just let it go. Just let go today. Envision yourself walking that plank and just stepping off into the unknown and saying, you know what? I can't fight it anymore. I'm just releasing. No more fighting. It's like a toddler when you finally figure out that temper tantrum is doing nothing for you and you just stop. And all of that tense muscles that you had in that temper tantrum suddenly releases. And you just lay there and completely relax, letting it all go. We've all been doing it. You know we've been doing it for the last couple of months. It's just fighting, fighting, fighting to hold on to what we think that we are. The truth is, letting it go is what reveals to us who we really are. So let it all go today. Big breath into the heart. Fill your body with all this beautiful healing energy that's entering the building right now. It's going all the way up through all of your chakras. It's coming back in and settling into your heart. Pull that beautiful higher self back into your heart space. You can come back to the sacred site anytime you like. Take a big breath. And now you're getting all wrapped up like a baby in a blanket. Can you feel that safety and that protection? The angels are coming in and wrapping you up, allowing you to shine your light safely within this beautiful layer of protection that they're giving you. Don't be afraid to shine today. They're reminding you that just being here on the planet, just breathing, just existing, you're doing your job beautifully. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in that. So when you are ready, you can come back up out. If I've missed you and you're just coming in, you can go back to the beginning and watch again. I'm going to share it. I will be back this afternoon at 4 o'clock for Creation to Connection. So I hope that you'll come back and join me at 4 Eastern Time. I'll grab a nap first. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Take good care of yourselves. Bye. I see you, Melanie. I see those hugs and hearts. Take care. Bye.